Have you ever felt a sudden pang of anxiety, a racing heart, or even physical discomfort when you realize your phone isn't in your pocket? When you can't check it for more than a few minutes? If you're between 25 and 45 years old, in the next 60 seconds you'll understand exactly why your brain has formed this powerful attachment to a device. And, most importantly, how to reprogram that dependency using the latest neuroscience and behavioral psychology. This isn't just being connected, it's a specific, measurable anxiety response called nomophobia, no mobile phone phobia. And it's not about the phone itself, it's about what the phone represents to your brain's primal wiring, your social belonging, your access to information, your very sense of safety. Modern neuroscience reveals this as a hijacking of your brain's reward and anxiety systems. The constant notifications create a variable reward schedule, identical to a slot machine, flooding your brain with dopamine. Simultaneously, the absence of the device triggers your amygdala, the fear center, simulating a threat of isolation. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, three-step neuroscience-backed plan to break this cycle and reclaim your cognitive freedom. Your brain can rewire, and the science from 2024 and 2025 shows us precisely how. Let's start by diagnosing the exact mechanisms. What you likely call habit or addiction is a complex neural circuit. First, the prefrontal cortex, your center for rational thought and decision-making, is being outsourced. Every time you instinctively reach for your phone to avoid a moment of boredom or uncertainty, you weaken the prefrontal cortex's ability to tolerate discomfort and strengthen the impulsive pathway. Second, the insula, a region involved in interoception, your awareness of internal bodily states, gets hyperactive. It misinterprets the lack of phone access as a physical threat, hence the itching, the restlessness, the actual somatic symptoms. A 2025 study from the University of Copenhagen used fMRI to show that heavy smartphone users were separated from their devices. Their amygdala and insula activity spiked in patterns resembling classical panic disorder, not just mild worry. This creates a vicious, self-reinforcing cycle. Boredom or slight anxiety triggers the reach for the phone. The phone delivers a micro-hit of dopamine, a social like, a new message, temporarily relieving the anxiety. This relief powerfully reinforces the behavior. But it's a trap. Each repetition deepens the neural groove, making the impulsive reach more automatic and the anxiety during separation more intense. Your brain isn't broken, it's brilliantly adaptive. It has simply learned that the phone is the ultimate solution to discomfort. But this learned association can be unlearned. Now, let's pause for a crucial self-diagnosis. I'm putting 3 of the most common but telling symptoms on your screen. This isn't just a list, it's a mirror to your own neural patterns. Which one resonates most deeply with your experience? Is it the physical phantom vibration, the unmistakable feeling that your phone is buzzing when it's not even there? This is a classic sign of a hypersensitized somatosensory cortex. Is it the panic when battery life dips below 20%? This taps into your brain's loss aversion and fear of being cut off from your digital tribe. Or is it the reflexive, mindless checking, pulling out your phone up to 150 times a day without any conscious decision? This points directly to a hijacked habit loop where the cue behavior reward cycle runs on autopilot. Take a moment. Comment your number below. 1, 2, or 3. Identifying your primary symptom is the first step in building your personalized rewiring plan. While you reflect on that, let's dive deeper into the core neuroscience. The central player here is the dopamine, oxytocin, amygdala triad. Dopamine, the seeking neurotransmitter, is fired not when you get a notification, but in anticipation of it. The unpredictability of alerts makes the seeking behavior compulsive. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released during social interactions. Your brain has begun to equate digital ping with social connection, creating a powerful biological pull. The amygdala, your threat detector, perceives separation from this source of dopamine and oxytocin as literal social isolation, a profound danger to our ancestral tribal brains. A 2024 meta-analysis in Nature Human Behaviour concluded that the neural signature of smartphone dependency overlaps significantly with that of substance dependence, particularly in the striatum's reactivity to phone-related cues. This is where most advice fails. The common but ineffective method is cold turkey or sheer willpower. Just leave it in another room. This approach is like trying to hold back a tidal wave. It puts your prefrontal cortex, already weakened by outsourcing, in a direct, exhausting fight against your subconscious limbic system. You'll win some battles, but the war of attrition leads to burnout and relapse. The scientific counterintuitive method is not about removal, but about strategic, mindful engagement. It's about retraining the loop from the inside, not blocking it from the outside. You don't fight the impulse, you dissect and disarm it. This leads us to our first practical, applicable today solution. I call it the intentional unlock protocol. You will use your phone today, but on your brain's new terms. Step 1. For the next 24 hours, before you unlock your phone, you must state your purpose aloud. I am unlocking to reply to Sarah's message, or I am unlocking to check the weather for my walk. This simple verbal act forces engagement of the prefrontal cortex, the rational planner, before the limbic system, the impulsive gremlin, can take over. It inserts a cognitive wedge into the automatic cue behavior sequence. Step 2. Once your stated purpose is complete, you lock the phone immediately. No just one more swipe. This builds integrity in the new neural pathway. A 2024 study from the University of California found that this pre-commitment verbalization reduced mindless checking by over 40% in just 1 week, while increasing users' sense of control.
But we must go deeper. To truly rewire, we need to address the anxiety that drives the compulsion. That brings us to an important crossroad in strategy. I'm posing a question on your screen now. What works better to overcome the anxiety of phone separation? Is it option A, the common method of distraction, trying to busy yourself with another task to forget about the phone? Or is it option B, the scientific, counterintuitive method of mindful exposure, sitting with the anxious feeling for a short, timed period without distraction, observing it curiously? This is a key concept. Think about it and comment A or B below. The neuroscience strongly supports option B, mindful exposure. Here's why. Distraction, option A, is simply another form of avoidance. It doesn't teach your amygdala that the anxiety is harmless, it just temporarily dodges it. Mindful exposure, option B, is the gold standard for fear extinction. By consciously feeling the itch of "I need to check" and not acting on it for, say, 90 seconds, you are performing a neural update for your amygdala. You're proving through lived experience that the predicted threat, social isolation, missing out, does not materialize. You survive the 90 seconds. This active inhibition of the compulsive response while feeling the feeling strengthens the connection between your prefrontal cortex, the observer, and your amygdala, the alarm, and slowly putting the prefrontal cortex back in the driver's seat. This is solution number 2, the 90-second surfing technique. When you feel the urge, set a timer. For 90 seconds, do nothing but breathe and observe the physical sensations of the urge. Where do you feel it? What's its texture? Your only job is to surf the wave of anxiety until the timer goes off. Afterward, you can choose to check your phone or not, but now it's a choice, not a compulsion. Now, let's integrate these into a sustainable system. Solution number 3, the cognitive sanctuary redesign. Your environment is currently filled with cues that trigger the phone reach. We will redesign it to cue presence instead. First, establish one physical charging sanctuary in your home that is not your bedroom. The phone sleeps there, not with you. This breaks the first and last cue of the day. Second, enable grayscale mode on your phone for 12 hours a day. The lack of color dramatically reduces the visual dopamine hit, making the screen less stimulating. Third, and most powerfully, schedule phone fasts, not as punishments, but as cognitive experiments.
Start with 30 minutes during a low-stakes time. Your goal isn't to be productive, but to simply notice what arises: boredom, anxiety, curiosity. Journal it. This transforms separation from a threat into a data-gathering mission for your own brain. You now have a complete toolkit: the intentional unlock, control the action; the 90-second surf, manage the emotion; and the sanctuary redesign, reshape the environment. To cement this, I'm presenting a structured integration challenge on your screen. This is your bridge from knowledge to neural change. This is a 7-day cognitive rewire challenge. Day 1, implement the intentional unlock for all social and media apps. Day 2, add one 90-second surf session when you first feel the morning urge. Day 3, create your phone charging sanctuary outside the bedroom. Day 4, enable grayscale mode until noon. Day 5, complete a 30-minute scheduled phone fast. Day 6, combine grayscale with 2 surf sessions. Day 7, reflect and journal what shifts you noticed in your anxiety and impulse control. This progressive ladder builds competence and confidence. Take a screenshot of this challenge right now. If you're committed to changing your relationship with your phone, comment "Challenge accepted" below. This public commitment significantly increases your odds of success, as shown in social contingency research. Let's consolidate. Here is your visual neuroscience summary. Point 1. Nomophobia is a learned cycle where phone use relieves anxiety, powerfully reinforcing the dependency. Point 2. The solution is not willpower, but strategic rewiring of the cue behavior reward loop by engaging the prefrontal cortex and retraining the amygdala through mindful exposure. Point 3. Lasting change comes from integrating micro-techniques like verbalized intent and 90-second pauses into a redesigned environment that cues presence, not compulsion. You are not trying to delete a habit, you are programming a healthier, more conscious one in its place. Look at how far you've come. From feeling controlled by a device to understanding the precise neural mechanisms that drive that feeling, and now armed with a validated, step-by-step protocol to reverse it. This is the power of applied neuroscience. Your brain built this pattern, and with this knowledge, it can build a better one. Before we finish, remember that this anxiety often connects to broader patterns. Just as we decoded the fear of being without your phone, we've previously explored how the fear of open spaces works in agoraphobia, and how the fear of missing out fuels social media anxiety. These are all branches of the same tree, the modern brain grappling with ancient wiring in a hyper-connected world. In our next episode, we'll decode another fascinating visual-triggered fear, trypophobia. Why does the sight of clustered holes trigger such intense disgust and anxiety in so many people? What's the evolutionary neuroscience behind this reaction? We'll uncover the science next time on Anatomy of Fear. If this deep dive into the anatomy of your digital anxiety has been valuable, the single best way to continue retraining your brain is to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every Wednesday, we dismantle a different fear, phobia, or anxiety with neuroscience and practical solutions. Your subscription tells the algorithm you want more content that empowers your mental toolkit. Thank you for investing this time in understanding your own mind. This is Anatomy of Fear. Until next time.